Hey guys, GZillaman8981 here with a collection update video. Now that I was finally able to get everything unpacked and fit at least what I could onto my collection area here, I figured I'd give you guys an update video as it's been about, I don't know, I'd say maybe 10 years since I did one. So let's get going. All right. So I'm going to start off first with my 6-inch collectibles, and I'll go one by one just like my old videos. Up first, I have the NECA Godzilla 1954. This is the poster version. Besides that is the Bandai Creations Godzilla 1954. The other Bandai Creations, the older Bandai Creations Godzilla 1954. I've got the Movie Monster Series 1954 here. I have the Memorial Box 1955. Next to him is the NECA 1962 and the NECA 1964. I also have the Memorial Box 1964 as well from Bandai. Hiding in the back there, if I can get to him, is the Bandai Creations Godzilla 1968. Back up to the front here, we have the Memorial Box Godzilla 1965, one of my favorite suits. The Bandai Movie Monster Series Godzilla 1968, the Movie Monster Series 1975, or it might be a 1974, it's been a long time. I've got the bootleg Godzilla 1984, the NECA Godzilla 1989, the new Movie Monster Series Godzilla 1991, we have the Movie Monster Series Godzilla 1993 or 94. I can't remember which one this one was modeled after. It looks like it's supposed to be the 93 though. Next to that, I have the original Bandai Creations Godzilla 1995 or Burning Godzilla. I have the other Bandai Creations Special Glitter Edition 1995. The new Playmates 1995. I really like the pose on this one. I think I might end up repainting him, kind of how I did with this guy, touched up a bit of the color there. The Bandai Creations Godzilla 2000, or Millennium Godzilla they called it. The Bandai Movie Monster Series Godzilla 2000 with original tags. A lot of these actually do have the original tags as well. I just have them held up in a card book. The Bandai Creations Godzilla 2001. This SH Monster Arts Godzilla 2001, the DX Godzilla 2003. So this one used to roar and light up in the mouth there. It unfortunately doesn't work anymore. Again, why I'm not a fan of light up and sound figures. As you know, most of my X Pluses are just the standards. The NECA Godzilla 2004, or 2003, I guess you can consider, depending on which date you're going by. Next, I have the Final Wars Bandai Creations, the brand new SH Monster Arts Godzilla Final Wars of 2004. I have the original Movie Monster Series 2014 Godzilla, Movie Monster Series Shin, the NECA Godzilla 2014, and then the other forms of the Movie Monster Shin Godzillas. That ends out the Godzillas that I have in the 6-inch collectibles. I'll go on to the foes now. Starting off with Showa, I have the Bandai, I think these were the Monster Suit series. This is the 1968 King Ghidorah, or the Destroy All Monsters one if I remember correctly. Next up is the Bandai Creation Hedorah, the Bandai Creation King Caesar, Bandai Creation Gigan, the YMSF Megalon, and the Bandai Creations Godzilla 1975. Next up is the Heisei, or as you can clearly see, my favorite line, or my favorite era. I have the Godzilla, the Mecha Godzilla. I believe this one was Bandai Creation if I remember correctly. Next up is the Movie Monster Series Space Godzilla. In the back we have the Bandai Creation Destroya, the older Movie Monster Series Destroya, and a little Trendmasters Rodan there. To round out the Heisei series, I have the Movie Monsters Biollante, Movie Monsters Mecha King Ghidorah, and Movie Monsters King Ghidorah. Now we're on to the Millennium series. I have the Chokogan, hard word to say, Black die-cast Mechagodzilla. This guy fully moves and has movable parts. You can open up his chest here if it wants to let me, and you can remove all of his armor. Next up is the Movie Monster Series Kiryu. I have the Bandai Creations 2001 King Ghidorah, a 2004 Anguirus that I repainted. I think I used to call this guy Ghost Anguirus when I was a kid. I have the Movie Monster Series Gigan, not the Bandai Creation one. The Bandai Creations regular Anguirus. This guy's hiding in here because I didn't have a spot for him, but that's obviously the GVK Mechagodzilla. The Bandai Creations Rodan, and the Bandai Creations Muto as well. These guys here, I'm not too sure if I would consider them the 6-inch series, but I'll put them in here anyways. This is the Destroya, I can't remember what it goes by. It's slipping my mind right now, but the first version of Destroya, and Godzilla Jr. I also have the NECA Mothra, which is hiding in the back here, and the bootleg King Ghidorah, the Heisei King Ghidorah. For a bootleg, I actually really like this figure. I know a lot of people might be interested in it. If you are interested, drop a comment below and I'll actually do a review on this guy here. Next up, we have the 8-inch line. I'll start off with the Godzillas. First thing I have is the Burning Godzilla. I believe this was also considered Movie Monster Series at the time. I have the Bandai DX Godzilla vs. Orga set. This is the Godzilla 2000. I have the DX Godzilla 2001. The Bandai Movie Monster Series Godzilla 2002. Bandai Series Godzilla 2003, and the Banpresto Godzilla 2004. Coming down to the foes, I have the Destroya 8-inch with original tag still on, the Banpresto Kiryu, I believe this one is also Banpresto, or it might be Bandai. This is the Kiryu Heavy Armor, and then the Orga that goes along with that Godzilla there, the DX one. Both of these, they can light up and roar, or just roar, but same thing. No longer work, drives me nuts. That's why I don't buy a lot of sound or light up figures anymore. Side note, I did forget to mention, I also have the 2001 King Ghidorah as well in the 8-inch with the original tag still on it. Now I'll get into my 12-inch series. Most of these are DX figures that I'm showing you right now. I've got the Burning Godzilla. This one walks, roars, and actually heats up, which allows this to change color. The Godzilla 2001, again, also walks and roars. There's a little Bandai, the Bandai Creations Godzilla 2004. The DX Godzilla 2004 also lights up and roars. And then I have the Kiryu, the 2003 Kiryu, that has heavy armor, lights up, and roars as well. Over here, I've got the DX King Ghidorah, whose wings are an absolute nightmare. If you have this figure, you know there's a bit of damage on that wing. It's inevitable they fall off way too easily. I also have the DX Destroya. Both of these do walk and roar. Down here, I have the Playmates Mechagodzilla, the 12-inch. The Bandai Creations Gigan 12-inch, the Bandai Creations Kiryu 12-inch, and then I'll consider this guy a 12-inch as well. He is the Pop Funko limited edition battle, the Hong Kong battle. Lastly here, I have the X Plus figures. I have the new 50th anniversary box set for the Gigan, the Large Monster Series Destroya, the other half of the Gigan box series, the Rick 1984. This is one of the only ones that actually still works. Or not? Is it plugged in? Oh, it's not plugged in, that's why. It does still work though. The Yuji Sakai 1989, Yuji Sakai 91, the PX Exclusives 92, PX Exclusive the 93, PX Exclusive 2001, Large Monster Series 2002, and the Large Monster Series 2021. Down here I have some of my older X Plus resin figures. This is the 1989. This is the 1995. And then I have the 1955 from Raids Again. This guy's actually up for sale. I don't know if you noticed, but I sold the 64, just making some space for some of the newer X Plus figures I have on pre-order coming soon. Lastly are my miniatures and some of the extra figures I have. I do still have a lot of my high-grade Gash Pond figures. They are boxed up, but I will upload some pictures of them as I did have them on display at my old house. Up first are I think these were the Final Wars custom chess pieces. They came in a set. I ended up with the Kaiser Ghidorah and the Mothra. I have a little Biollante keychain, which to this day cannot verify if it is legit, if anybody knows. It does say Toho on the bottom there. I've got the little chibi set of the Godzilla 2014 with the Muto. The Pop Funko Mecha Godzilla. And I always forget the name of these guys. I think they're Vinny Mates or something along those lines. The 95 and the 62. Lastly down here, as you guys just saw my most recent video, I have the Mezco set. This is set 2. I found some old videos of the other parts of my collection, the smaller figures and the high grade Gash Pond. So I'll let this roll through now. I also have a lot of my box figures here, most of the Godzilla vs. Kong set, the full set of the Godzilla vs. Kong miniatures. Then I have the NECA Shin Godzilla, NECA Godzilla 2014, the NECA 1984, and this one's the NECA 1954, the original run. All these are the original ones prior to the movie cover boxes. These here are my Yuji Sakai dioramas. Here I have the box for the DX King Ghidorah, the real action. I've got the Godzilla and Muto Pack of Destruction set. And in here I have a lot of my Godzilla comics and memorabilia, along with the booklet that is almost a full collection of the Godzilla trading card collectibles. This continues onto this side where I have a lot of the IDW stuff, some of the older Dark Horse comic sets, and some stickers from the G Store when my friend visited Japan a few years ago. On this shelf here, I have the entire discography of the Godzilla series, including the newer movies down there, and a few of the Godzilla video games. So that does round out the quick collection update video. But as for upcoming and future videos, I will have a few pre-orders hopefully coming in soon. I know that new Large Monster series King Ghidorah is supposed to be coming out end of this year. I also have the Godzilla 2001 from Prime Studios. I've pre-ordered the SHMA King Ghidorah, or the Mecha King Ghidorah, that's supposed to be released next year. And I might grab that new set that just got announced, the Ghidorah the Three-Headed Monster one, with Godzilla and Rodan in it. But those are some videos to look forward to. As usual, if you guys have any questions regarding any of the figures you see here, or if you just want to get a bit more info on anything, drop a comment in the section below, and I'll get to it as soon as I can. As always, thank you so much for watching, guys. It's been a bite.